going to start by just pinning my hair up. Just at the side and just tucking that behind my ear. So I'm going to start with the Rimmel Match Perfection foundation. I've been really liking this one at the moment. I mentioned it in my previous video, which was their top 10 products under £10. I do kind of like two kind of half pumps, I suppose just like a pump. And this is the Sephora mineral powder brush, which I haven't actually used in a while, but the other day I washed my brushes and I washed this one and I just really like it. So just kind of apply that onto my skin. I really like the finish. It comes off quite natural. My skin's been awful at the moment. I've been getting quite a few blemishes, as you can see on this sheet here. Not really too sure what from. I kind of at first thought it was from a product, but now I'm not really too sure at all, because everything that I started using, I stopped using and I still got the blemishes. So it could just be from stress. I've got some mock exams next week and I've been kind of stressing over them a bit, so it could be that. But yeah, I also really like the colour of this foundation. It matches my skin really well, and at the moment that's one thing that I've really been struggling with, is kind of matching the colours that I've got like in my collection. So I don't really want to go and buy another Nars Sheer Glow or whatever, or Laura Mercier foundation. But yeah, this one matches really nicely, but I do find sometimes it needs quite a bit of blending into the skin. So that's my foundation done. Now I'm just going to use the Maybelline Under Eye Concealer. It's kind of the eraser concealer with the sponge on the top. I just pop that underneath my eyes. I absolutely love this concealer. It's so natural, it blends in so well, it doesn't crease, it's just absolutely amazing. So just blend that around. And I just find it just covers the under eye circles that I have. I don't really have too bad ones, and it just makes everything look just put together and natural. So now I'm going to use my concealer, which is the Collection 2000 Lasting Perfection Concealer. I did a clear out the other day and found 5 of these like nearly empty. Just ones that I'd kind of like picked up another one and I just forgot about that. So I had to chuck all those away. But then I'm just taking this Sephora mineral powder brush thing that I was using before, just blending that out. Sometimes I use the Real Techniques brush that I just used for my under eye concealer, and then sometimes I like to use the same brush I use for my foundation. Just kind of depends, because I've got quite a lot of spots at the moment and I need to cover quite a lot of like space with the concealer, so I just tend to use the same brush I use for my foundation. But I kind of like this foundation because it's not like full coverage, it's kind of like a medium coverage, but it's really natural, it's really nice. And then like the rest of it, I just have to cover it with concealer, which I think is the best way, rather than using like a foundation that just covers everything. So my skin is really nice and concealed now. Everything is, you know, quite put together and everything. My hair looks like a complete mess, but everything else looks quite put together. So now I'm just going to go on and use some bronzer. I'm going to use my Nars Laguna bronzer. I've been using my Hoola bronzer for the past couple of weeks, even months really. So I'm going to use this one today. I'm just going to use it on a Kirkland angle brush. And just kind of contour with it, as well as giving myself a bit of like colour. I've been really enjoying using bronzer lately, like just for giving my face some shape. So I just like to put some colour back into my cheeks. Then I also like to just take it up onto my forehead and also just down underneath as well. There you go, it's got some bit of colour back in there, just on both sides, and also just all over my face. I don't tend to contour my nose or anything like that, so I don't really feel like I need it. I then I'm going to go in with my Sugarbomb blush by Benefit. I haven't used this in a while, and I was actually, as I said, having a clear out of my makeup the other day, and I just kind of, not having a clear out, just to reorganise, I kind of realised how much makeup I don't use. So yeah, I've really just tried to use more, especially lipsticks. It's really bad. But this is the Real Techniques blusher brush, and I'm just going to take it in the Sugarbomb blush by Benefit. As I said, I was using this the other day and I just realised how much I liked it. I'm just going to take that on my cheeks. It just gives like a really nice flush. It's nothing too in your face. Oops, hair getting in the way. I always use this mirror. It's the weirdest mirror ever. It's like, was one of those ones that kind of close on in each other and then one side broke. But it's just a really good size mirror, so I just always use it. So that is my blusher. As I said, it's really subtle, really just nice, kind of like pinky colour. Really like that one. And then I have been using my the balm highlighter that I got the other week, but I realised that I haven't used this in a while, and this is the MAC cream colour base in Hush, which is just looks like this. I'm going to use this. I've just taken some on my finger. I'm just going to pop that at the top of my cheekbones. You can kind of see that on the camera there. And then just on the other side. Just to kind of put some like a bit more illuminator into my face. Now onto my eyes. I'm going to take the Bobbi Brown Longwear Cream Shadow in the colour Stone. Just for a base really. These are really, really nice. This one's like just literally like a matte kind of brown colour. Doesn't really give too much colour, but like when I don't want to put anything on my eyes, I always just pop this on by itself, because it kind of like just sweeps over, just gives a tiny little bit of colour, but nothing in your face at all. And then the palette I'm going to be using today is the Smashbox Muse palette, which I did absolutely love once upon a time, and then I just stopped using it, and I started using my Naked palettes loads, and I just stopped using it completely. So I've decided I'm going to get back into using this. I'm going to start with this kind of pale pink colour on this side, and just pop that all over my eyes, just a matte pink colour, and with that kind of like stony colour underneath, it's created a really nice kind of like taupey colour on my lids. You can just see that just there. And I'm then going to take this one here, which is kind of like a purpley taupe colour, and it's shimmery. I'm just going to take that in the outer corner and also just in the crease a little bit. Just kind of blend that in. I really like this palette. It's a really nice size for travelling. They did 2, and I actually got it from Bicester Village. But if you can get your hands on it, I would really recommend it. I also really want the Smashbox Full Exposure palette, which I may get when I get paid. But yeah, it's on my wish list. Yes, that's just created a really nice shadow on my lid. It's kind of like a nice purpley taupe colour, just different from your everyday kind of like brown. Yeah, it looks very pretty. I have been using my Naked palette a lot, like the Naked one. I do absolutely love the Naked 3. I think it's really pretty, but I don't find it wearable for everyday like use almost. I kind of feel like I have to combine it with the Naked one for it to actually be wearable, if that makes sense. Like the colours, because I feel like I wear like some of the pinky colours, but only when they're combined with some more natural kind of browns. Now I'm just taking this brush, which is a Crown, I think it's a C200 Deluxe Crease brush. All the writing's come off of it. But it's amazing. It is just like a really nice fluffy blending brush that I love using for just blending out eyeshadow. And that is how my eyeshadow is looking today. And then I'm just going to take the L'Oreal Superliner Ultra Precision in black, which I absolutely love. Quite a few of these products that I've used actually are in my previous video, so I'll link that down below for you all. I'm just going to put a really thin line, nothing too fancy, on my upper lash line. You can just see that's given a tiny little bit of definition. I do this every day, and sometimes I'll create a thicker line, or sometimes I'll put a wing on the end. But today we're just going a bit more natural. I never used to wear liquid liner at all, or any type of liner, but I find it just really gives some definition to the eyes. I think it looks really nice. I'm also then going to use my Rimmel Scandaleyes eyeliner pencil in Nude, and just put this on my waterline to just waken up my eyes a little bit. I do find, like, I used to use this all the time, then I lost it and I found it the other day, and I hate putting stuff on my waterline because it makes me like really like my eyes water loads, but it just wakens up your eyes so much putting that eyeliner on. And then I'm just going to use Maybelline the Falsies, which is the flared version. A lot of you have asked me whether I like this compared to normal Falsies. I don't know, because I never owned the normal Falsies. I've just picked this one up, but I really like this one. I think it's really nice. I love their Real by Benefit, and I used it yesterday because I went to Nottingham for a university applicant day, and I wanted my eyelashes to look really nice, my makeup to look lovely, but I would never use it on a daily basis because it just takes so long to get off. Like, I forgot that I had it on yesterday, and when I went to take my makeup off late at night, I was sat there for ages with my Emma Hardy cleansing balm trying to wipe it off my eyelashes, and it's just a pain in the neck. So I much prefer using like this on an everyday basis. And that is my eyelashes. I find that when you do mascara, it just really puts everything together. I don't feel like mascara is like my must-have product though, but yeah, just put everything together. And then for lipstick and lip gloss, one that I've actually rediscovered when I try to find all, try to reorganise all my lipsticks is Brave by MAC. It's this really nice kind of like, it's, what finish is it? It's a satin, so it's kind of like a matte finish, almost, not quite matte. It's just really nice, like nudie pink. And even though I do like the finish of it, I like to finish that off with Tanya Burr's lip gloss in the colour Chic. I don't even like lip gloss, and Tanya's are amazing, so that is a big plus. So just put that over the top. And I find that this really gives me a really nice natural lip. I kind of wear brighter colours on my lips, as most of you probably know. But yeah, this creates a really nice natural lip, and I really like it. And then just to finish off, I'm just going to use my Rimmel Stay Matte powder. And I'm just going to use this brush, which I've been using quite a lot for powder, which is the Royal and Langnickel BX30 brush, which I must have got from IMAX a couple of years ago. It's kind of like a fat brush at the side. This would probably be quite good for contouring, but I just kind of put it on one side, and I just like it for patting in powder onto my face. I kind of just put powder on this bit here and here, because obviously I've put highlighter on this bit, so I'm not going to put it over the highlighter. Powder my nose. I find that I kind of like to make everywhere look quite matte and kind of perfected, and then in a couple of like hours or even an hour, the shine will start to come through and it looks more natural. So by the time I've actually left the house to go somewhere, the makeup just looks really nice. But yeah, I do like the dewy look, but I like for my makeup to last. So I prefer to use highlighter and kind of artificial things to make my face look more dewy and just mattify at the same time. But yeah. This is kind of the makeup look that I've been going for recently, so I suppose it's kind of like an everyday makeup as well, and just with a different kind of eye look. But yeah, I kind of really like this makeup actually. I might wear it a bit more. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. I have actually got myself an iPad mini. I sold my iPad and I've got a mini, and I've just got this really cool green case this morning. Actually, it came in the post. But yeah, this is just what it looks like. And yeah, I really like it. So if you want me to do like a what's on my iPad video or something like that, I know I need to do a new what's on my iPhone video, but if you want to do what's on my iPad video, let me know. And yes, that's about it really. So thank you very much for watching. All this fluff going around, and I will speak to you soon. Bye guys.